Hello and welcome. We got ourselves another 3+2 game here against a Romanian player. Pratut's got it coming. In the 3+2 lines, you'll always notice that a successful strategy appears to be making fast moves. Yeah, lame, I know, but it's kind of true. Like, in a 5-0 game, you can often try to think of really deep understanding of the position and try to get a really good position going. But in 3+2, you'll find you just don't have time for that. And time can evaporate. Time can really evaporate. Oh, I should have just taken this, right? How stupid. Anyway, whatever. Now we don't have the, so he doesn't have this dark squared bishop. It's a key piece here. Let's see if we can create a queen that takes advantage of that. Can't push him up yet because it's easily met by this pawn and more power after that. But here now I think now it's time to come in. Of course he'll have enough time to castle if he plays it right. Yeah. Perhaps this pawn break is coming soon. Be a little careful with this one. Well, maybe it's okay to give up the bishop if you destroy the pawn structure like that. Maybe it's worth the price. It's debatable, but I think it's worth the price because the knight gets a chance to come back into the good graces. Right now, this knight is sort of waiting for his chance to get back in the game. What's he doing over there? He's waiting. Yeah, he's waiting. Now he's gonna be back. Guess who's back? Okay. How do we? I mean, do we want to trade the knights? He can also get his knight here, so he is also coming in. There's no denying that, but not anymore. So we're gonna get a lovely knight outpost. Ah, I blundered. Minor blunder, but a very important one in the context of the game. And we're gonna have to settle then for giving up the knight for this pawn to create the pawn islands and also make sure these pawns remain weak. Because right now this bishop defending it's gonna be hard to ever outmatch it. We're gonna put some pressure here now. And we're aiming to dislodge this at the right time. Or we can just triple down here, maintain a healthy positional kind of style, positional attitude, keep the outposts, keep the positional trumps in play, the triple battery, and then let the magic unfold. That's another approach we can take. Taking the bishop right away is kind of like short-term liquidation. We're not going to do it, actually. I'm going to say that, as even though you're a pawn up, even though you got the bishop still and this pawn, I can still do something. And key move is to make sure you have an escape square for your king. Those back rank motifs will come into play. I've got this rolling in here. Got a mate threat just lobbed in there brightly. Likely lobbed in a mate threat. We gotta manage that. We gotta manage that. Okay, maybe now it's actually time to take him off. Maybe now it is time to take him off. Now that I can win that this pawn, maybe this pawn, maybe this pawn, all of these pawns. Yeah, he's not happy about that. He's only got one move though, right? Or is he so innovative that he's gonna think of something else, like capturing here? Wow. Okay. Okay, man. You do you. You do you, alright? You do you. So we gotta counter him right away. Okay, he's got queen check. Shit. Got it with a check, and he's still +1 actually for the moment, but it's a very temporary thing, as we all know. And key move is, do you take it with the queen, or I think you take it with the rook. Create some tension against him. I think it's not going to be easy to play this position. Without a queen is probably even better for me than with a queen, but they're all the same in that sense. And we have to now worry about queen check, but it's not a big deal. He's got to worry about back rank mate. We will now offer the trade. He's not going to take it because he knows I must have analyzed it. My analysis tells me that you can't expect to win the game now as black. With this rook coming here and other possibilities unfolding. We're just going to hold a strong, pleasant position and slowly inch our way to get our rook there. Slowly inch our way to get our rook here now. We'll take the checks as they come. We take the checks as they come. Can push it up now. But this is a move he has played here. A move which is just a move. So we're gonna get this. Oh, that was his idea. That was his idea. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. There's no denying that. Okay. So what happens now? Do I just let him check me with his bishop? And I've gotta tame this freaking pawn. I have to tame this pawn. Wow. He's really played a beautiful game, I have to say. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Sorry, but that was a beautiful game in the end. So here we went with this idea of trying to sort of exploit the dark squares. We allowed him to get this kind of setup. And what does the equation even say? It's kind of like even. The equation is even. But perhaps black has the edge. Perhaps black has the edge indeed. It's a slim edge. And after this move, we had this interplay here, and he went for the innovative approach. And it turns out to be precisely the right kind of move for this kind of organization. And Still basically an even position until I blundered big time here. Okay, queen check, queen check. What's next here? These positions are actually quite difficult to analyze. 30, move 33. We got to check this out. We got to check it out. Here, computer suggests I should be playing rook check and then queen check, and that makes sense, I think. But I played going for something else instead, and now after rook check, queen check. Oh shit! Huh. How could I not see that? That was dumb. Anyway, so there was an option now, and now it's gone back to even position. Let's just check it from here. Back to even position. Queen b4 was indeed a good move, and I needed to play something like rook a3 here, or rook a4. Something that's telling him it's not okay for you to just do this. But I didn't do that. I allowed him to slip forward. I didn't realize it. Somehow, the static nature of the setup convinced me, and then I blundered. I guess what's the best play here? Rook a8, bishop c4 check, king g1, queen c5 check, h1, and then f6, f6, blocking off the rook and the queen. Enough time to buy yourself a time for a check here. Interesting. Well, good game. Hope you enjoyed that.